Hi friends, Jennifer here with Jen Open Hearts, and I'm going to be bringing you some more audio messages, partly for myself and my own processing and understanding of the world, but also just to share about the contemplations and the things that are lighting me up and bringing little sparks into my heart. So just feeling really blessed in this moment, and yeah, just enjoying the opportunity to be creative and to use the digital realm to be exercising this gift and this way of expressing oneself. So for today's conversation, I wanted to have a conversation, have a chat about the courage to be soft. I'm thinking about it a lot because I'm actually launching a program called 75 Extra Soft. And so, if you're familiar, there are some different fitness challenges out there that are called 75 Hard, is I think the original, and then there's 75 Soft. And I was like, okay, I like 75 Soft. That feels realistic, it feels fun. And then I thought, wow, it needs to be even more soft. And so that's been my word for the year, is softness. And it's something that I am trying to embody as much as I can, as often as I can, because I feel like softness can be a superpower. And so with this program that I'm going to be launching, you can learn more about it. But essentially, it's just a chance to recalibrate, to connect to ourselves, to do the fitness stuff, do the walking, drink the water, and just swap out some healthy alternatives for certain habits and things that we might have been accustomed to, right? So it's taking the premise of these original ones and making it even more soft by bringing it into the heart and creating some space and time for some more intentional heart connection. I'm really passionate about the heart. I feel like connecting to the heart has been the greatest gift that I've been given, and I want to infuse this sort of trend and make it into something else and just teach people how to connect to their heart, that it's okay to take it soft some days, that you're already doing enough, that there's so many so many things that we think we need to do when actually we need to rest, or we need to soften, or maybe we're a new mom and we need to relax more and take it easy and not be so hard on ourselves. And maybe we're bleeding, maybe it's our time of the month, maybe we think we need to be little men. I heard a quote that was like, women are not little men, and it just rang so true, because I feel like so many things in life are like, there's the mold that works for the man, the male way of thinking, the male energy systems, the male hormone systems, this 24-hour period of getting a different, a man is essentially the same person every day, biologically speaking, from what I know, but women are different. So we have our cycles, we have our hormone fluctuations, and that shifts throughout time. And so how do we, with that knowledge that we know, and that we don't necessarily have to read that to know it to be true, we can say, wow, I feel this way when ... I feel this way when ... So it's an invitation to soften. Oh, my necklace is crooked. Just an invitation to soften and to calibrate, to take ownership, to see, like, where am I at? Where do I want to be, and how do I get from point A to point B while in community? And so I just feel really excited about containers like this. I like to make things approachable and fun and interesting and beautiful and wonderful and ease filled, and to just be gentle with ourselves, like noticing, like, wow, I do have a habit that's not serving me. Good to know, data point, don't need to take it personally, don't need to get upset at myself. And I can also choose to bring in a new habit or discipline that'll be fruitful for me and who I want to be and where I want to go. So I just feel like it's really exciting when we take ownership of our lives. And I feel like, just speaking from my own personal experience, I was playing the victim in my life, like, oh, poor me, I'm going through XYZ, and just felt really like bitter at the world. And I felt like I had this moment of revelation where I'm like, why am I choosing to be this way when I can see it as a lesson, and move forward and take my power back? And so upon finding the 75 hard and saying, that's not right for me, and then finding 75 soft and saying, that's still not right for me, creating and cultivating this new experience. And so I'm going to be launching it on July 24th, but before that, I've been practicing it myself. And one of the one of the key things is that it's customizable, that it's personalized, and that stuff will go over together on the 24th. And to me, what's been really exciting is like the movement practice, right? Like I'm really into the spiritual stuff. If you like astrology, I'm Pisces North Node in the 12th house. So I'm really like, I can get off into the ethers, but it's like I've been forgetting about the body. And so I feel like the body, obviously, it keeps us grounded, right? It keeps us connected to the earth. It keeps us remembering that this is where we're at and how we're showing up. And so it's just really fascinating because once I learned about this 75 soft and then created 75 extra soft, I realized, wow, like 45 minutes of moving is doable. And it's stuff I used to do. It was very easy for me, but I was going through some medical stuff and was, playing this victim card and just, I can't do it anymore. But I felt like I got my groove back, like Stella. No, but I really do, and I'm being honest and a little bit silly, but it's like just 45 minutes, like waking up and walking, 20 minutes of walking, and then using that extra 25 minutes to do another type of movement, right? It can be primal flow, it can be yoga, it can be strength training, it can be HIIT. And to me, it's all dependent on where you're at in your cycle and how are you feeling, right? Like we don't always tune into the body to be like, yeah, I'm just feeling kind of drained from yesterday. I mean, there's a lot going on. So it's like, how do we use our divine intelligence of our body and of our understanding of our body to say, this is what I need right now? Or like, wow, I do need to lift weights today because I need to move some energy. So it's like we get to choose like how we want to move, and how we want to operate in the world. And I feel like that's something I'm really passionate about, because when I start my day, I do my 20-minute walk and I don't have my phone. I'm just praying, I'm speaking out loud, I'm talking about what I'm excited about, what's not working, what do I need help with. And it's really healing just to take that space and that break from the routine and to do things different. And another thing I'm just feeling really excited and happy about was like I realized there was a moment, I'm on my path, I'm doing my spiritual practice, but then it was getting so routine, it wasn't special, right? Like everybody's different. If you like Myers-Briggs, I'm an ENFP, so I'm like, I need it to be exciting and not lose its like joy. And so I noticed it was losing its joy, and I thought, what am I doing that's taking away from the joy? And so I realized I was just going on repeat. I was doing my meditation, then from meditation I'd go online and look at stuff and try to figure out this and try to figure out that and understand this. But then I was like, why don't I just go downstairs and do these sun salutations? No phone, just like wake up, go straight downstairs, see how it feels in my body, and get curious and use it almost as like a barometer. Like, wow, I show up to this thing every day and I can feel like my stiff body, or I can feel like that I'm getting more flexible, or wow, it's like feels like this today, or okay, I'm on my period, so I'm not going to do a downward dog. So it's like our body is speaking to us all the time. It's hyper intelligent, it's hyper wonderful. It's giving us signals all the time, and we get to choose to see it as a data point so that way we can move forward. And so I'm just really excited. I love the idea of being soft, and I think instead of seeing soft as too squishy or like, oh, we need to be tough right now and strong, like you can be both. You can be strong and you can be soft. You can be strong in how you show up in the world. You can be strong in your beliefs. You can be strong in what you're fighting for, right? Like you can be the warrior. But at the same time, you can also introduce softness into how you relate to yourself. And so I feel like life is pulling us to do the inside job, right? Like there's only so much we can control on the outside. And so if we tune back into our inner world, we can say like, wow, what do I need to do to feel nourished today? And so how can I feel soft? What does softness actually mean to me? What does softness mean to you? Softness can be so many different things. I know it's a kind of esoteric thing to talk about, but I feel like there's something there, and I feel like that's the wisdom of the heart. Soft is not just like smashing a workout or something like that, or yeah, all the things and ways that people talk, but it can be like, wow, like what do I actually need today? Like what does that look like? Okay, I'm feeling anxious. Okay, wow, did that come from something? Like did I listen to something? Did I hear something? Did I ruminate, overthink on something. You know, there's so many things that contribute. And what's really amazing and miraculous to me is that basically our thoughts, I love Joe Dispenza, so you have to hang with me for a second, but it's like our thoughts create our feelings, and our feelings create our beliefs, and our beliefs create our reality. And so what that really means is essentially like thoughts can send neuropeptides throughout the body, sending chemical signatures and messages. Dr. Joe likes to say, like, an emotion is an energy in motion. So it's like you had a thought, it has a chemical signature, and this thought can be what we call good or it can be bad, right? Like, they're not good or bad, they're just expression. So it just, once I heard that, it literally blew my mind, because we can almost get over hardened when we have overly negative thoughts about certain things. And then we're like, why do I feel so tight in my chest? Right? It's like, oh, because I was having a ton of like scary thoughts. And so to me, it's just really fascinating and empowering, because I know I can control my thoughts. I know there's infinite thoughts coming in, based on what I'm listening to and who I'm talking to. And that's not to bypass anything, but it's, again, to take sovereignty, to say, like, wow, I'm driving this vehicle. This vehicle is mine. This vehicle is my body. And how can I create habits and routines and rituals that stick, that keep me in a state of being strong and soft at the same time. So I'm just really excited. I'm really looking forward to this experience with people, because I feel like community is needed, and I feel like if there's any way that I can contribute, it's to impact and initiate people. I'm a 5-1 ego manifester. I'm also an Aries, so I got the fire of initiation, that spark. And I just love people. I love when people have opportunities to connect to themselves and to their heart, to their body in positive ways. And there's so many golden nuggets that we'll get to go over, and I'll continue to share here on Spotify and or not Spotify. What is it called? Substack. I'll continue to share on Substack and YouTube over the next, the next week or so. And I'm just really looking forward to this journey. Basically, how it goes, I'll explain really quick. It's an initiation call, which is on the 24th for 1 hour. And it's just giving you some, how do we say how do you say some structure. So there's structure, there's science, and then from there you'll personalize. So you'll create your own 75 extra soft to come back into your body, come back into your heart, and to, again, feel sovereign in your body, which I think is one of the most important things we can do. There's going to be a WhatsApp chat so you can connect with others, and then there's also a tracking Google Sheets that I made, so you can really leverage the tracking system and also, again, customize it, because what works for me might not be the same for you, but we'll keep those parameters of these certain core principles that are contributing to health and longevity and overall happiness. So just really blessed, really humbled, and can't wait to go on this journey. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment or message me, and I'll look forward to connecting with you soon.